Death in the Family. Поехали. Это очень редко делают в играх, но это, конечно, да. Ох, ебать, это что за Skyfall пошел?
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters.
Так движок один и тот же, по сути, чуть покрутить графоне и проверить.
So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is.
Потому что во втором был первый.
When the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle wisely.
Потом они научились, наверное.
From exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats.
Ну так, за это время они поняли, что людям это не нравится.
And established an empire in shipping, railroads and newspapers.
Что если третий будет весить 200 гиг?
The family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media and.
Ну да, в принципе, RTX. Это и так считается типа чем-то. Да, как филин. Мы разобрались с теми двумя чуваками. Одного люстры и одного пуля в голову. И ушли.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
Нет, это реально похоже на какой-то Skyfall. Ну, типа, если проходить миссии по одному разу, без задротства, то хитманы новые очень быстро проходятся. Если вам не трудно, можете мне напомнить, за сколько я прошел второй и третий, учитывая, что у меня и там были DLC. В листе есть. Я достаточно быстро будет прошел. Да и вообще мне хитманы проходятся быстро, потому что я клевый. Мне только дайте напомнить, как убивать людей отверткой. И все. Ну да. Скользю к победе. Я где-то на Новый год постригусь, наверное. Так меня заебало это все. Ну вот, по 8 часов. Ну да, ровно 31 числа. Стану с машинкой полчаса и все. Я, конечно, все равно с дома выходить не собираюсь. О, у меня есть пистолет. Что у меня еще есть? Ага. Здравствуйте, я, короче, пришел к вам.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity.
Я, кстати, Knives Out так и не посмотрел. Я много чего не смотрю, потому что целыми днями работаю и стримлю. Слышь, мужик, ты любишь звон монет? Не могу стримить на работе.
Thumbs up, mate. What? I'm awesome.
Такой просто... Здрасте. Добрый вечер. Я пришел расследовать.
God, you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me.
I will.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted
Его
down
надо
to
зажимать.
Madame Carlyle inside. Oh,
I have to
could
give you a
just
pat
cry.
down if you're coming this way, sir.
А как кидать штуки? Как дропать?
Sir, I need to pad you down if you want access to this area.
Можешь хоть мою жопу поцеловать.
Just remain calm. Thank you, sir. Please proceed.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
Ну
In my
да.
experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Potential.
Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll...
Рефреш. Мне не нужен ваш рефреш. Неудобно на альт так ходить. По одной простой причине. Я себе большой палец порезал, а по-другому я не знаю, как нажать альт. Чтобы нормально W прожимать.
Are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with me if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Хорошая фраза, мне нравится.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother.
Ну, типа, он тут очень харизматичный в новых Хитманах, когда с людьми общается. Look, room, case. Locked room, case.
Come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47.
Yeah.
I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Locked room murder.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Подожди, мне сначала надо поговорить с убитым. Итак, у меня к вам вопросы. Как вы умерли? Ладно.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Итак,
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
бля, прикольный глобус. Так, Death Note, да.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Шляпа. Она как раз. Почему я не могу посмотреть на то, что княженца и упавшая? Это очень важно. Значит, были признаки борьбы. И подертый ковер.
Sir?
Виски. Интересно. Бля, сейчас бы скорее бахнуть, а то у меня второй день болит зуб. На третий день должен пройти, зная мои исследования этого ебучего зуба. Но как бы неприятно. Бля, ебать, водка, бленд виски, драй джин. Почему он, а не я? Его убили ножом. Блядь. Окей. Зеркало? Этого? Вот я не вижу никаких пром. Короче, ваше дело слишком сложное. Но я что-то пытаюсь, но типа, я знаю, как работают эти игры, надо нажать. Но если ничего не нажимается, то толку. То 4 раза подряд. Я не видел ничего. Но не дает мне нажать. Ну что я тут вижу? Растеница. А! Я за эту книгу смотрел. Я не видел, что тут есть тайная комната.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Секундочку. Потому что я реально пытаюсь найти улики, а не просто искать, где можно нажать.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Я могу это записать себе? Ну хоть не пинг. Блин, отдельная area, которая называется sitting room. То есть им нужна отдельная комната, чтобы посидеть. Вот это они, конечно, зажрали. Есть.
Hey, how are you?
Я нормально. Но то, что у них парочку шитинг-румов, это я уверен.
Hi.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings.
Okay.
Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47.
А можно пошутить про то, что убийца дворецкий?
Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
А где эти ваши суспекты? Они хоть как-то отличаются от охранников, допустим? Я не могу выстрелить, я оружие оставил. Я просто не понимаю, кого где искать. Они как-то отмечаются. Ну, конечно, я так в последнее время немного детективизмом занимаюсь. Я нормально.
Ага.
What was that? JHQ Gravedigger. Breaker, breaker, we've got an intruder. Stand still. Hands behind you. Moving in on Tango.
Hey, you! Don't move! Oh!
Christ. Oh, shit. Hey.
Say what?
Just hang in there.
I wonder what that could be.
Okay?
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Ладно. Это самоубийство. Ой, здрасте. А вас обворовывают, вы в курсе?
Nice and
Oh, God!
We're losing this! We're losing this! Get ready for it!
Secure the perimeter!
Почему я не могу достать яблоко? Я хотел ее яблоком ёбнуть, ну ладно. А он яблоко не хотел доставать. Жадный дебил. Сожрать, наверное, хотел.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
I received a gold token from Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly that I should give it to Rebecca in case of your death?
Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the file on Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful she will be in trouble if she knows?
She will start digging when she realizes things don't add up, inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and resourceful. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurts. But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your
For
case for Madame
centuries, the
Carlyle?
Carlyles have
Not yet.
fought to
Come and see me
prosper,
when you do.
all of us, alone.
Я могу с вами поговорить, мисс?
Night across time. We
Вас обворовывают, вы в курсе? Ладно. Блондин из бодигард.
Can't you just relax for a minute?
And that solicitor upstairs. Why do you think...
Доброе утро.
Imagine the scandal if the firstborn son didn't pick up the torch. That will never happen.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my interest?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
You are.
To account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How do you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Боже, да сколько вас? Я спросил только 2, а тут еще 4. Ладно, дворецкий типа не в счет. Ебать. Или вы... О, слышь, ты кто нахуй?
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose
Зачем
it's
тебе?
a funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort overstaying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my
Просто я в основном интересуюсь, можно ли его расспросить.
Straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange.
Кто из вас Эмма? Это.
You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual.
Так chatty или depressed?
About my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing.
One more
Please
thing.
be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Нет.
How are you today, sir?
Да, one more thing. You're a bitch. Так, хватит мне копирайт-клеймы кидать.
Hi.
Are you British? Why, mate? Are you British?
That's a little too close.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting. I wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speak.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else?
Как будто это плохо, у него был ноутбук. Он мог играть в доту.
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our
Lol.
mother, she shows up alive and kicking?
Тогда, как говорится, заслуженно.
Or perhaps the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
А чё на нем крестик? Он чё, уже умер? Так, слышь, пиздюк малолетний, где ты, сука, тусуешься? А я думала, типа, все. Слышь, ты не помнишь, где пиздюк тусуется? Мне вот лень сейчас просто бегать по всему мэншену.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
О, пиздюк.
How's everything coming along?
Patrick Carlyle.
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Can you tell me
Make sure
where
you
you were
focus on
yesterday
your work.
evening?
I will.
I don't need one more maid
It's
crying.
that sneaky butler, isn't it?
So watch yourself
He ratted
around
me
here,
out.
Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry
Elaine.
about me.
Give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle.
Okay.
I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
А какие еще location of interest меня интересуют? Я ж вроде бы всех опросил.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
И что-то вы не хотите мне говорить, мисс? Короче, я что-то в потерях. Что я еще должен исследовать? Вроде со всеми поговорил.
This is not happening.
Hello there, sir.
Hello.
How can you be so relaxed? I wish you'd take things more seriously.
What are you going on about now?
This whole situation isn't normal. How do you think it affects you? He must be so confused. I don't like how Alexa's way of running things impacts our son.
Curious.
Sorry, no trespassing beyond this point, sir. This don't come around here again.
А почему? Я private investigator.
Madam Carlyle.
Mr. Whitmer, you found proof of what happened to my brother?
No, not yet.
Go and see Fernsby when you do.
Madam Carlyle.
Mr. Whitmer, you found proof of what happened to my brother?
No, not yet.
Go and see Fernsby when you do.
Еще один секрет рум. Сколько тут секрет румов?
This is Rebecca's room.
Допустим.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Подкину ей парочку улик.
Yeah, keep it real.
Блять, я думал, оно откинет нож. Хуй там.
Keep your comments to yourself, Gregory.
Розетка. Bathroom.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Ну, пошли дальше искать входы и выходы. А как подняться? Блять. Точно друг. Потому что написано 02. Так, что-то я вообще не понимаю.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
А чё, я должен что-то еще камерой сканировать? Он мне пишет, что у меня не все клусы найдены. Блять. Сложно что-то, пиздец. Чего вы не покушали?
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Sir.
Чё они все не жрут? Я охренею. Они все заказывают еду и ни хрена не жрут. Мне прям зол на них. Нахера вам вся эта еда, если вы ее не жрете?
Hello, sir.
So I think, yeah, what you said.
Later.
Так, я уже 10 кругов сделал и ни хрена не понимаю пока что. В плане того, в логистику дома. Состав рум. Как сюда попасть?
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were...
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Согласен.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller.
Do me a favor and see what's up, would you?
Yeah, okay.
И мне нравится, что тут все ломается. Это прикольно.
Quite the poet.
Реально, если были пометки, где чья комната, и было бы немного попроще. Это реально непонятно.
I promised I wouldn't call you again. I just wanted you to know I did it. So you don't need to worry. It's just this place, I guess. I feel like it's watching me. Noticing every little mistake I make. Also, I should be glad Mother is... Huh?
Потому что мне интересно решить убийство, но я не понимаю.
16-year-old received 28 intimate pictures of sexual character from Minister. You know he used to fancy my sister.
Why do you buy that gossip rag? It's so vulgar.
Так что, честно говоря, я не знаю.
Sure am, Mr. Fernsby. Coming along just fine.
I trust Mr. Patrick.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do. I trust Mr. Patrick is not interfering with your work. We need everything ready for tomorrow.
He's just bored, I think.
А Джаг уже и ушел. С фары зайси. Заебись. Ах, блядь. Честно говоря, просто так уйти уже не хочется. Но и бегать по 20 часов, разбираясь еще кого куда, тоже не хочется.
Sad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect.
I'll never get how the rich do things. All this fuss for a pretend funeral. And why not do a photo?
А можно мне открыть двери? Я private investigator.
Second, that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said they let him stay.
Yikes! Ah! You're going to be in so much...
God damn! Oh no! Hey, you just don't go and throw stuff at people. What's wrong with you? Ah!
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Окей.
It's just typical that Annie gets to help the photographer. I'm the pretty one. But work, work, work. That's all I get from Fernsby.
Everything needs to be ready for the funeral. It needs to look good for the family portrait.
Я бы хотел расследовать это дело, но это дело мне не дает ничего.
Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions.
who had the other one, why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Так, а кто мне нужен, вы говорите? Ларис и мистер Фэнсби.
Oh my god. Oh, I've got to think. I think I'm.
Ну идите.
That's a token for a vault in the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. You need a pair, and you gain access no questions asked. I bet that's where Madame Carlyle keeps a copy of the Edwards file.
Фэнсби это же этот. Да. Дворецкий. Ну, как говорится, я с ним поговорю.
Can you just stand up, please? Hey, she's single, Rebecca, right? Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way.
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool saying though.
Че я пропустил в Гардене, получается? Или мне нужно найти эту херню, чтобы починить, и тогда я смогу понять. Нет.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed.
Спасибо.
I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
Да не, пошли уже. Поговорим.
Can I do anything for you?
Yes, actually.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Как говорится, пошли пообщаемся.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Что, теперь я могу пройти? А, я теперь не треспаслю. Круто. Так, что у меня есть? У меня есть молоток.
This is Madame Carlyle's office.
How are
Please
you,
step
sir?
inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl,
Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I'll send you an invoice.
Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. I trust you'll see yourself out. I need some privacy. Thank you.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Looking good, looking good.
Так, а где дворецкий?
I can't forget his eyes.
Точнее, где нужный мне дворецкий? Тот, который мне нужен. Это не дворецкий.
No need to panic. Greetings, sir.
А ты кто нахуй?
Wilkinson accused of sordid affair with personal assistant. He should have listened to me. Don't get your meat where you get your bread. That's what I told him.
Пошли.
Gotta go.
Теперь больше никуда не ходишь, кроме как туда-сюда?
It's fine. I'll figure something out, okay? Don't worry. Jesus Christ! Help me! You insane!
Come in, come in. I need you to keep your...
It was...
Do not move another muscle. Prepare to... Stop! I lost sight of suspect. Oh, you see him.
That's a negative on the visual.
I'm gonna take you down.
Блять. Говорится, что такое тайминг.
Got your message? Could you just give it a rest? I said I'm fixing it, okay? Yeah, well, it was Ant's idea. He said, what a load of bollocks!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, stop! I see the suspect! Right over there! Got trouble. Got you in my sights, you know.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
For the love of God, please! I need help!
Spread out now. Come in. Anybody there? Pressure on. Come in. Need to reload.
Беги!
Again? God damn
Damn it, where is he? Anyone got a visual?
Come on, we're not gonna lose this guy. Anyone got a visual?
Huh? Can't see him either.
Get me out of here! Shit! I could have sworn he was there a second ago. We gotta find him.
Хорошо, что у меня тут есть запасные костюмы. Почему я не могу уехать на кораблике? Я ж нашел бы ключи от кораблика. Или я не понял, что это ключи от кораблика?
He was here when the safe in Madame Carlyle's office was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bolt to the top floor. He complained about back pain.
Ну, как говорится, пешком уйдем. Чё уж мне. Конец смены, можно и побежать.
Yes, there's so much to do before the funeral tomorrow.
Fake funeral.
Кстати, у меня есть еще две вещи, которые я забыл.
Yeah, whatever.
Во-первых, верните мне мой пистолет. Во-вторых, верните мне мою одежду.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Мы уезжаем. Нет, по сути, сводная это дочь, которая как бы одновременно оказалась и стоять. Ну, короче, я что-то забыл уже. Ну, короче, одна из тех женщин реально отравила их и хотела отравить всех подряд, потому что просто она мразь. Да. Дайте мне 3 минутки, я отойду, потому что меня там что-то спрашивали. Я сейчас отвечу, вернусь и пройдем еще пару миссий.